Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Jordan Hull about Hustle, which is going to be premiering on Netflix June 8th. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's coming out pretty soon, right? Like June 8th is around the corner. Has it hit you that it's finally coming out? You work on something, you wait, and now it's going to come out soon.
I know. It's weird because we started filming October 2020. It's now 2022. So it's like this weird, long process, but I'm glad for it to finally be out.
Obviously, basketball is the focal point. A little bit of kind of like the basketball sports aspect of it. Look at the other kind of perspective of things. It's not about basketball only. It's about life, chasing your dreams, just working hard and everything. Do you notice that when you're reading the script for this as well, that it's about like it's basketball, but it's also about life as well?
Yeah, I noticed that like as I was reading it, you know, when you like watch, like you're about to work out and you're not motivated and you watch one of those like YouTube videos and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go, I'm going to do it. As I was reading it, like I felt myself like going like, yeah, I like it. I'm going to do this. So I just felt really inspired and there's a lot of like cool life lessons in it. But yeah, I felt like I'm in a Nike commercial. Like this is amazing. I'm going to go after it.
Yeah, I'm just curious in terms of what you know about, I mean, you get cast, you know your stuff, the auditions and everything. How much, though, even before shooting, did you know about Hustle and like a lot of the like cameos of the basketball players? Like, how much did you know about it? Because that's one of my favorite aspects of it as well.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, watching Hustle and, you know, now getting into it, more into basketball.
Yeah.
However, before, a lot of it just went over my head. So I'll meet like these cool people and other people around me be like, yeah, that was.
But did you know that there's going to be cameos as well? Like before going on set or?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. I was probably like, I was just in a tunnel vision. I was like, I'm nervous.
You're focused. Absolutely.
But that was like the coolest part, just getting to meet all these great, charismatic, talented basketball players.
And it just feels like it's just amazing. You find out that like every player that you see on screen plays basketball like professionally.
Right. Yeah, it's like so authentic and they're like so talented as actors. Like that's my only avenue is like I'm an actor, but to be like a professional basketball player and also be super good at acting is like so crazy, so good. You
do such a great job with your character. People are going to see your character is very interested in art and content and filmmaking. That's a pretty cool thing, right? Because that's like what you do. Like you're an actor and you play a character who's interested in film and creation. That's a pretty cool thing. What was that like playing that character?
It was actually super cool. So like the first time I met Jeremiah Zagar, the director, I was just like, what are movies that you like? You know, because she's really into like 70s horror and like Evil Dead and all this stuff. So he just gave me this wonderful list of like 70s directors, Brian De Palma, Sam Raimi, like all these great, you know, people I get to, you know, just to get into. But it's just a nice little like cleanser because my character is so different than like the theme of the movie, which is like basketball and like just like this artistic, like I want to make movies. And it was just very meta. Like a lot of times there's a montage where I'm like filming, you know, Bo's montages. Yeah. And so many people would be like, so are you also part of the film crew?
That's interesting.
And I was like, sure, in a way. It's just super meta. So yeah.
It's funny because I watched the movie and then ironically the day before I watched that movie, I did an interview with Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
so
wow.
then I know that it's like Evil Dead. I'm like, oh my God, like that's so like that was I was like, oh my God, that reference. Like it's kind of relevant to Bob Turner.
I know.
Adam Sandler, you know, known for a lot of comedic stuff, you know, turned a lot of heads for Uncut Gems being more kind of a dramatic, serious role. Yeah. You know, this movie, a little bit of hybrid, a little bit. You know, there are some moments where he is funny at times, but it's more of a serious role and everything. What was it like not only working with Adam Sandler, but working with him on something that's like not really like a big comedy, which is what he's known for?
Mm-hmm. It's a weird, cool feeling. You just feel like a part of history. You're just like, I'm getting to work with one of the greats at his greatest right now. You know, it feels like that's that. And this is my first movie, and like, what a way to start off a film career with Adam Sandler. Just a culmination of, like you said, like he's always loved basketball, but as well as comedy and drama after Uncut Gems. And it just is like such a cool apex to be at with him.
That answer was the equivalent of a buzzer beater 3-point nothing but net game winner. You just swished that.
Thanks.
That was like perfect. It's so true.
Yeah.
And I think people saw the trailer and were just excited to see Adam Sandler in this film, right? Like, I think like the excitement of that was just like, wow, like I can't wait to see this, like sports drama, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it got like, I've never gotten recognized off of like a trailer, but like people were just like, oh, I saw you from the trailer. I feel so good because of the trailer. Like, I'm so excited to see it. And that's just so cool. Like, the filmmaker, Jeremiah, is just so great. And the people a part of it are so great. And we had such a wonderful time making it. So hopefully that comes across on screen and you get to feel that energy that we had while making it, you know?
Jordan Hill is a storyteller. That's what you do. You're a storyteller. Is, you know, diving into the worlds of Hustle, the L world, like all these different kind of worlds. Is that one of your favorite things about being a storyteller, kind of exploring all these different kind of worlds and scenarios a little bit?
Totally. Yeah. Like, that's the fun part in a world that's like so black and white and just up and down. It's so cool. As like, I'm sure you can agree as well, just to have your foot in so many doors and just to live in the gray space. And the L word is so different than Hustle, but there's something so universal and awesome about both of them. So very lucky to be in both of those worlds.
When I get a chance to watch Hustle on the 8th, the obvious answer to this question is, you know, escapism. You hope they have a good time and everything. But diving deep into it a little bit more, Jordan, what are you hoping they get out of it when they get to watch the film? Like, takeaway-wise.
Yeah. Like, essentially, it's like every classic hero story of like when you're down and out and you just are kind of at your last luck. What is it like to get out of that and to, you know, be a great NBA player? So I know, even though I love basketball, but that's not what I grew up on, even watching this film, I got this sense of hope again. And like, it's always a good time to feel hopeful after seeing a movie and feel good and be reminded of your family and all that stuff. And it's a great family feel good movie. And
you have a lot of scenes, like you have a few scenes with Adam Sandler where it's just both of you. Was there what can you tell me about those scenes specifically? Any advice he gave you off set? Like, anything about that?
Yeah, I think most of the advice was like learned by just the way he carried himself. Like, you can't not be around him and be a better person based on, you know, him. But I think the biggest thing I learned was how just of a team player he really was. Like, I would bring my guitar to set because I like also like to play music, and he's also a great musician. So we'll play music together, and Queen Latifah would sing with us. And
that's awesome!
Insane, right?
A jam, right? Just a jam breaks out.
Just a jam sesh with Adam and Queen, just a regular day. But like, also like sometimes in between, we were doing a car scene and we're just like driving around and stuff like that. And he was looking at the stats of the baseball game. I was like, that's what you're thinking about right now? Like, he just like he's so like down to earth. Like, he's like, I care about the game's on. I got to figure out who's going to win. But he was just like so cool and like very personable and obviously hilarious and down to earth and smart and all that stuff.
Before we wrap up, the music thing you just mentioned interests me. Did you always know you wanted to do both? Like the acting and the music, or did it kind of just happen?
It just kind of happened. Like,
I feel like it kind of happens. Like,
they like both feed one another, right? Like with like an actor, a storyteller, and being a lyricist and stuff like that, and just the confidence of being a singer and being on stage. So I don't know where that's going to go with being like music, but it's nice that I have both of them and can choose whatever I want.
Absolutely, Jordan. Thank you so much for coming on Pop Turn to chat about Hustle. It was so great chatting with you.
So great chatting with you too. You have such great energy. I feel like so good now.
Well, you're in Hustle, coming to Netflix worldwide June 8th with Adam Sandler. If we're not excited about it and don't have good energy, what's the point?
That's so true.
Like, what is the point? So yeah, people are going to be able to check it out, right? Worldwide on the 8th, Hustle.
Worldwide on the 8th, Hustle. I think it'll be in selected theaters, but check it out on Netflix.
Absolutely. This has been Pop Turn of youtube.com/PopTurn for previous episodes. Till next time, it's Jordan Hull and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.